and in and out of the hospitals for suicidal ideation for 5 more years, until I started to do my own research and learned that Zoloft could have mimicked the manic psychosis. I read the book Prozac Backlash, written by Joseph Glenn Mullen, and learned that very similar experiences were had by otherwise healthy people when put on medication for the first time. I slowly came off the medication, much to the chagrin of my doctors, and eventually gained the ability to communicate and function again. I struggled for a long time with the idea that I was cheated and hurt by the medical model used by mental health professionals. I was told they were going to have a judge mandate me to follow through with psychiatric treatment. I was 29 years old at this time. They made it sound like something that would help me, and I went along with it. It was called Kendra's Law, or Assisted Outpatient Treatment, also known as AOT. Immediately, I realized I made the wrong decision to believe the doctors once again. My privacy was violated on a daily basis. County workers would show up at my apartment and count my medication, and if I was deemed non-compliant, the police would take me to the psych ward in handcuffs. They controlled my finances, and I was given $50 a week to live off of. I felt humiliated and powerless over every part of my life. I was scared and trapped. I told them I didn't want to be on this law anymore, and they informed me I had no choice in the matter. It was a done deal. Kendra's Law completely failed me, just as the medical model of psychiatric treatment had done years prior. I've been doing relatively well for the past 3 years. I've decided to do a lot of my own peer advocacy, education, reach out to others in my predicament, go back to college. The advocacy class I took was of particular value, and I learned new ways to advocate for myself and others, which I hope today to talk to the legislators of the EVA and get some points across in ways that I learned through that class. A Dual Recovery Anonymous meeting for my peers where we get the chance to talk about our issues and feelings on a weekly basis without any professional supervision. It seems to be more constructive than professional treatment. We're able to talk and communicate with each other without the fear of being hospitalized for something we say or something. It's a place to voice our opinions to each other and just communicate and connect, and that's what it's all about. Now, I ask you all here today to find your own voice and join me. You don't need to follow my path, but be proactive in your own lives and let our legislators know today we want to be given a chance. We are people, and we all have potential and value no matter what our symptoms are. We are not our diagnoses. We are people with dreams and hopes, and we have rights. Sometimes society fears people who think differently, and they used to incarcerate people suffering from psychiatric symptoms for years at a time. Although progress has been made, we are slipping backwards. Kendra's Law is an example of our human rights being violated. The UN has called these forced psychiatric interventions, which sometimes include forced electroshock, psychosurgery, and administration of psychotropic drugs, including neuroleptics, among practices that may constitute torture or ill treatment. That's the UN saying that. It should never be allowed here in the United States. We're a free country, supposedly. This form of treatment is unacceptable and needs to be abolished. The UN has deemed it torture, and we have been tortured for too long. Oh, it's the last page. I ask you today to let our legislators know we are people and we have rights. We will not stand for torture, and we demand respect and equal rights. Please join me in educating the government that this is wrong and it is hurting people in our position. We can do this if we work together in a peaceful, humble way and voice our opinions to the people with the power to change the laws. This might seem like a huge challenge and you might feel like it is a waste of time, but I assure you that if we work together we can accomplish anything. We don't need to accept laws like Kendra's Law, which has led us backwards in our goal to be accepted and loved. Be passionate, be compassionate, and show them that we as a whole are people that need our voices to be heard. We need people to listen to our hopes and give us the rights we were born to have. Show the people in power that we're respectable, decent human beings that just want to be loved and our voices heard. Today is the day where we have the chance to get our points across. And from here on out, I ask you to hold your dreams close to your hearts, and with some commitment, we have the power to change the way society views us. We are not our diagnoses. We are people of value, just like everyone else, and we deserve good things.